Do you remember when your parents marked your height each year on a door frame? It was fun and exciting to see the differences from one year to the next. But what would happen to those memories if you were forced to move? As a college student, I still live at home with my parents. This past year, I gave birth to a little boy. I don't want him to miss out on those memories, but I also don't expect to stay in my parents' house forever. So what do? Well, I figured out a way to track his measurements that can be moved when we decide to leave my parents' house. To make this, you will need a 4-inch by 4-foot piece of wood, some primer, 2 colors of paint, 2 large paintbrushes, 2 styrofoam plates, a fine tip paintbrush, a pencil, a paint pen, an ink pen, a tape measure, and a ruler. First thing we do is you take the primer and one of the paintbrushes and you prime the wood, which I've already done. Make sure you paint the sides so that the next color paint will stick to the sides and to the top part that will be decorated. The next thing we do is we take the paint that you have chosen. I've chosen light blue, the other paintbrush. You take the paint, put it in the styrofoam plate, use the paintbrush, and paint the entire front and all sides and let it dry. Once it's done, take the tape measure and lay it across the board. On every inch, using your ruler, mark a 1/2 inch horizontal line and do this all the way down until you've completed all 4 feet inches. I've done this step already, and this is what it will look like. Next, starting from the bottom, on every 1/6 inch, use your ruler to increase the 1/6 inch to a 1 inch horizontal line. Now, on every foot, increase your line to 2.5 inches. The top line will be hard to get a mark on it because it's the very top of the board. Do the best you can. Once you've drawn all the lines, you put the tape measure away. We'll no longer need it. For each foot mark, 1, 2, 3, and 4, label them with the appropriate number. I made sure that all the tips of my numbers are even with the line for the foot mark that sticks out. See, they match up here and there. Okay. Then we'll take a coordinating color. I'm choosing a darker blue and paint in all the numbers. You may need to put 2 or 3 coats depending on the color that you have chosen. You need to let that dry. While that dries, I'll take a paint pen and go over each of the lines to make them darker. I finished this already. And this one. This is the look you're going to get. I'm going to trace the outline of these numbers to make my edges look smoother and for a neater finish. This is the finished product. You can add decorations, names, polka dots, stars, whatever you would like to match a decoration in a room or something that the child is interested in. You can use an ink pen to go along and mark the heights on here, and you can write the date on here too. In summary, the wood is primed and painted. A tape measure is used to mark inch and foot measurements. The measurements are labeled, painted, and outlined. The chart can then be decorated with the child's name, and dates are added as the child grows. Tina Martin helps me with this. Are there any questions?